welcome back to No Man's Land. What I'm going to call No Man's Land Revisited. So I was sat at my computer the other day thinking about what do I want to play next? Maybe for content creation, but more for me. Just what do I want to play next? What map do I want to go on? And it dawned on me that Farming Simulator 25 is knocking on our door. It's fast approaching. Comes out in November. We've got, what, three and a bit months to where we're all going to be playing FS22. And I had an amazing idea. Wouldn't it be cool to go back and play on the map that I started Farming Simulator 22 with? Now, for a lot of people, Elm Creek would be their first map. Not for me. No Man's Land was the first map I played on FS22, and I hadn't played a previous version of this map. And it's what made me fall in love with the game. And it's because I found a guide online that was like a start from scratch guide on how to play Farming Simulator using No Man's Land. And I remember the content creator, and I can't remember who it was now because a long time ago, stated this they believe should be the first map everyone plays. It's the best way to learn the game. So I followed that guide and I learned how to play. I was on console at the time. I'm on PC now. I didn't know anything about mods or extra content, DLC, nothing. I just had base game. And I played this game for a long time on this map. Do you know, to this day, No Man's Land is my most played map. And not even by a little bit, by a lot. It's out there. I think number 2 could be Western Wilds, and I think 3 could be Alma. But No Man's Land is way, way ahead. Now, if I speed up a bit here, you'll know where I'm going. The start farm is down here. In fact, I might go and get in my car. So I have given myself a bit of a present. This is not the start car that you start with, but I just felt like this one was really in keeping with No Man's Land. It just looks right, the way it's all rusted and stuff, and it's a really old, gritty type of engine. So yeah, I put this in to play with. It doesn't give me any advantage at all in the game. It just looks and sounds cool, so I decided to start with this. But we'll go down to the start farm, and I'm going to talk to you about what I've changed that I think is going to make this cool. So my idea basically is to have this as not only the first map I ever played, but to come back, revisit it, and have it as the last map that I play, and see if I can beat the record of how much hours I put in. Now, you'll notice this is the start farm, and it's gone. There's nothing here. There's the lake. The silo should be just there. Workshop should be just there. And right in front of us should be the house. I've done lots of landscaping and I've made it so it's no longer here. I've moved to a different place. I'm going to take you there now. I did this last night and I've tried my best to replicate so it looks exactly the same, just somewhere else. The reason I've done that is because in my head, I know what I did when I last played this. I know I had animals over there. All those trees were worked and gone. There were no trees left. There was a sawmill behind the house. There was loads of fields here, and all over in that direction was fields. I had a ranch over there. I know where I did everything. I can remember. And I just feel like if I came back here, even though I have access to so much more content and mods and different bits of machinery and different equipment, I'd replicate and still put things where I did. So I want to do this differently. I want to see, coming back as a much more experienced player, now playing on PC, last time I was here was on console, loads of mods, loads of extra equipment, what would I now come up with? Where would my imagination take me? So I moved. And I've now moved down here. Now you may know, if you've played No Man's Land, that there is a grape farm. Well, that's where I've put my start farm. There you go, you can see it now. So I've put a start field. I think it's a little bit bigger than the one you start with, but everything else should be, I mean the water's a bit smaller, but I've put the water there. I've changed the silo to this one. Again, I just felt like it was a bit more in keeping, but again, no advantage whatsoever. I just like the look of this one. There's the tool shed, and here. How cool does that look? I've even put, the stones, I've really gone to town on sort of detailing, and I've even took pictures and I've put in the exact same starting equipment and I've even put it in the exact same positions. So it really does look like I've redone the fencing, I've redone the gates, There's the other gate in front. And I left the door open. My bad. Yeah, I really tried hard to replicate exactly how this looks. So if we look on the map, there's the start farm, because you can still see it doesn't change the start field even though it's not there. That's where you would start. I'm over here in number 38. And it's just the other way around. And the idea is that I will build my farming empire kind of in this area, whereas before it was in this area. And I want to build, my plan is to have like the industrial complex here. This is where like all the, like a town will end up being, like all the productions and facilities and industrial stuff, and all my farm and animals will kind of merge out over here. But yeah, this is me on No Man's Land Revisited. I'm really, really excited. And the reason I thought I'd make this video, because there could be other people thinking, what do I want to do next? With a couple of months to go, or 3 months to go, I'm going to redo No Man's Land, but I'm going to do it bigger. I'm going to do it better with everything that I've learned, all the skills that I've acquired, all the mods that I have. I'm going to really go to town. And I'm going to see if I can break my record of how many hours I put into this. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head how many hours I put into No Man's Land, but it's in the hundreds. Yeah, I'm excited. So there we are, No Man's Land Revisited. Let me know if this is something you'd like to see. It doesn't have to be. I'm doing this regardless. Let me know if I've inspired you to come back onto No Man's Land and give it another go, start from scratch, and just have some fun on Farming Simulator, while we then move forward into FS25. So there you go, nice and short and sweet. I wanted to show you that. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care.